can, quote, consider yourselves on notice. The sports world is watching, and we won't stand for anything less than fairness, respect, and inclusion. Oh, yeah? Really? You want inclusion? Now, let's see. Where do I start with that one? Well, let's start with fairness. You won't accept anything less than fairness. Okay, wise ass. You're an NBA basketball player, right? Yeah, okay, so you play basketball for a living. So somebody comes in and tells you that you're not going to play basketball at a straight wedding, so we're going to shut you down and pull your contract. Oh, sure. Yes, Crash, you've just pulled that out of your ass and it couldn't possibly happen. But then, a year ago, would we have ever thought that a pizza place could get shut down by a group such as that? No, that wouldn't happen. Well, now it's happened. So I submit to you, Collins, before you talk about fairness, respect, and inclusion, maybe know what it is you want to be included in. Collins is one of several athletes supporting a campaign dubbed the Final Four Fairness. Sponsored by athlete Ali and Lambda Legal, the push for LGBT equality, Collins said, will continue beyond the NCAA tournament this weekend. The fight is not over, Collins said during a news conference at the plaza outside of Indianapolis City Market. The first openly gay NBA player was joined by Derek Gordon, the first openly gay NCAA Division I men's basketball player. In an interview, Gordon said before the clarification he considered the Religious Freedom Restoration Act to be completely disrespectful. Yes, and for those of you just joining us, let me go back to the wording of what that law actually says. The Religious Freedom Restoration Act aims to prevent state and local governments from substantially burdening a person's exercise of religion unless the government can prove it has a compelling interest and uses the least restrictive means to do so. That's what you're talking about there, you stupid athlete. That's what you're talking about. Yes. Completely disrespectful? Sorry, sir. I submit to you how. Right. It was mind-blowing, Gordon said, a former guard for the University of Massachusetts. It's 2015, for God's sake. Time is moving. Things are changing. Well, like Gordon and Collins, LGBT advocates throughout Indianapolis found ways Saturday to show their support for gays' rights and inclusion. MoveOn.org Civic Action flew a plane over downtown Indianapolis on Saturday afternoon. The banner said, quote, Sir Charles is right. Discrimination is wrong. Echoing NBA veteran Charles Barkley's criticism of the RFRA law. I didn't know Charles Barkley could read, but I guess that's just me. Indiana Move On members and American Veterans for Equal Rights delivered more than 63,000 signatures to the NCAA headquarters in Indianapolis on Friday, like they've got something to do with anything. The groups are urging the NCAA officials to relocate their headquarters from Indiana. Oh, yes. Follow great Commander-in-Chief George Takei and get the hell out of Indiana. Yeah, go somewhere else because they don't like gays there. Or something. I don't know. While the amended version protects some groups from discrimination stemming from this particular law, it's not enough. Yeah, says Benjamin O'Keefe, the community manager of MoveOn.org, said in a statement, we continue to call for the full repeal of this law and for new legislation that protects LGBT people from discrimination. Well, sir, I would submit to you that would be a completely different law, and it would probably have the letters LGBT in it, because that would be a law that would then pertain to them, where this one does not. Well, meanwhile, some elected officials, including openly gay Indianapolis City County Council member Zach Adamson, are trying to change the perception of the state. Their message, Indianapolis welcomes all. There you go. Right from a gay city council member. idiots. I don't, yeah, what do you say about that? They're idiots. Well, there's an interesting, I don't know, I guess it's a op-ed or something here. Yes, I'm not allowed to mention the cigarettes I'm smoking, but man, if I could, I would. They're damn good. And of course, you all know who makes the coffee. Yeah, there you go. Well, Kirsten Powers offers up an interesting point on this entire issue here. The gay marriage debates sore winners. Wow, interesting. The only thing worse than a sore loser is a sore winner. After decades of fighting for gay rights, those who should be guzzling the bubbly are amazingly and surprisingly muzzling the vanquished. It's hard for the people who call themselves liberals while acting like anything but to top their past bullying and intolerance of those who won't fall in line with their worldview. Yet, with the Indiana Religious Freedom Bill, they've pulled it off. After Memory's Pizza owner Crystal O'Connor told an Indiana reporter that she would not cater a gay wedding because it would conflict with her religious beliefs, the world exploded. Just boom. Yeah, this is gone. Well, told you about that girl's golf coach in an Indiana high school that tweeted, quote, "Who's going to Walkerton, Indiana to burn down a Memory's Pizza with me?" End quote. The pizzeria outside South Bend received death threats and harassment and felt forced to shut down the shop. Its Yelp page was vandalized with obscene homoerotic pictures. The owners have said they don't know if it will be safe to reopen. How many gay people had asked to have their wedding catered by this small-town pizza joint? Well, the answer is none. What number of gay people had been denied a slice by O'Connor? 0. In fact, the owners told the reporter that they would never refuse to serve a gay customer who came to the restaurant to eat. The wrath of gay rights supporters rained down on Memory's Pizza because O'Connor committed a thought crime. Oh, do you remember the thought police? Huh? Remember that 1984? That Orwell thing, huh? Well, if you don't, read a book. She discriminated against nobody but thinks the, quote, wrong thing about same-sex marriage, and she said it out loud. She says, here's the thing, I don't support the original Indiana law. I'm both Christian, who doesn't believe the Bible prohibits serving same-sex weddings, and a vocal LGBT rights supporter who has blasted laws similar to Indiana's for their fear that they could provide legal protection to those who discriminate against gay people. But I'm starting to wonder, who really needs protection here, she says. What happened in Indiana is reminiscent of the bullying that led to the ouster of Mozilla CEO Brendan Eich exactly this time last year. Yeah, remember that one. Eich was harangued for 6-year-old donation supporting an anti-gay marriage ballot initiative, but ultimately purged for refusing to recant his beliefs about marriage. Why is he not entitled to his belief? It is America. Oh, well, it's not LGBT approved. It's not PC. That's just not okay with me. No, I'm sorry. I'm Canadian. I came to America for all these rights and freedoms. And after I get here, what do I find? There aren't any. She goes on here. Last week, Hampton Caitlin, a computer programmer and gay rights advocate, started taunting Eich on Twitter. Caitlin tweeted, quote, "Couple of weeks since I'd gotten some sort of Brendan Eich-related hate mail. How's things going over there on your side, Brendan?" Well, Eich responded, quote, "You demanded I be completely removed from any day-to-day activities at Mozilla, and you got your wish. I'm still unemployed. How are you?" Well, both Caitlin and Eich got hate mail, but only one lost his livelihood. Is this really what winning looks like? It's a very good question. I'm really staggered, shocked, appalled, all the rest of it. I don't know how the hell these people sleep with themselves at night. Never mind. I'll digress from that because, yeah. I don't know what to say here other than, I really wish all these people would just go the hell away. Maybe get jobs, find something else to do, have a hobby or something. And the one sure thing, the one respite I have in this storm of bullshit is this. You keep going, LGBTers, and you keep going, PCers. Yes, you political correct out there. I'll keep sitting in my radio station, smoking my cigarettes and drinking my coffee. And remember this. There's a pendulum. Yes, there's a pendulum. It exists in every society. And no matter how far left or how far right the pendulum swings, because the pendulum is constantly swinging, you keep pushing hard. You keep costing people their livelihoods, their jobs, their futures. You keep costing my St. Patrick's Day, about not celebrating St. Patrick at all, but celebrating other things. You keep doing that, and you keep pushing, and you get gay marriage in every state in the Great Union, and then go out in the world and go out and push your shit on every other country out there. Go ahead and do that. I hope you're successful. Because when it comes back to that pendulum, the pendulum only goes so far one way. And what does the pendulum always do? What does it always do? Well, it always swings back. And the harder one way you push it, and the higher and farther it goes left, so too will it ultimately return and go right. There you go. Well, that's all the time I've got for this joy of a subject tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you've got any comments, questions, concerns, you can certainly fire off email to producer at Well, that's it for me, gang. I am out of here. Thanks for listening. We will check you next week, next Tuesday. That's right. Listen to the man, HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. Yeah, thanks. Get on over to HTLARadio1.com. Check out the website, all the other shows we got rolling. And, hey, you never know. You might run into some gay people there. I'd like to thank Jenny in the booth for pushing those buttons, making the show go tonight. The kids, of course. There we go. You were very good tonight. I'll pay you double. Yeah. And you all have a good night. If you want to follow me on Twitter, and I don't know, we can start Twitter wars or something. Follow me up at CRASHTalkin'. And for the station, it's at HTLA Radio 1 New York. There you go. Have a good Tuesday.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.